Hey guys, Mr. Asian Persuasion here, just doing another commentary today. Not the average commentary about a life story or say, just next gen consoles or whatever. It's more about current gen console and why I'm doing this video is because IGN released like a launch trailer of it somewhat and yeah, and it's like a lot of people are complaining about it and I just want to put my 2 cents out there about it. So, yeah. Basically, I'm talking about the Ouya, and what the Ouya is it's a $99 console. It's apparently unclosed, like, so, I mean, you could go in and change processors and stuff, but I'll get into that in a second, why it's awesome, but, so, it's $99 console. It runs Android games, apps, and emulators, and what it's meant for, in my opinion, is hardcore gamers. Why I say this is because, like, hardcore gamers, when I say that, I mean, like people who played on the PlayStation 1, Super Nintendo, NES, N64, Dreamcast. I mean, the list goes on and on. I think it's for like the people who really love those single player games and might not be able to run them on their PC, or if they want to just kick back on their couch or their chair and play them on the TV with a wireless controller. So, anyways, yeah, that's what I think this is for. For me and a lot of people like that, the $100 might justify the price because, well, I'll get into it. So the specs of the Ouya, it comes with a Tegra 3 quad-core processor. From what I've seen from gameplay, I mean, it looks pretty nice, the Tegra 3 quad-core processor, like the graphics and everything. From what I've seen, definitely, like, it's made by NVIDIA, yeah. And the graphics are pretty nice and whatnot. I mean, they're not going to be like next gen, like running on like, it's not going to look as good as my gaming computer. It's not going to look as good as an Xbox One. Well, maybe, who knows? The Xbox One's a piece of shit in my mind, so it looks better than shit. So yeah, just throwing that out there. But yeah, the PS4, it won't look as good as that nearly. No, but I mean, it's a $100 console, and it has a good processor. It has 1 GB of RAM, 8 gigs of internal flash storage, which if you're just using it for emulators will definitely be enough to start out with. HDMI connection to TV with support up to 1080p. Wi-Fi with a bunch of numbers following. I'm not too smart about all of that stuff with Wi-Fi. Bluetooth LE 4.0, USB 2.0, has a wireless controller with standard controls, which means 2 analog sticks, a D-pad, 8 action buttons, a system button, and a touchpad, which is pretty nice. Android 4.0 and a Ethernet. So yeah, it just said that was announced. So. Yep, it'll have or that was announced a while ago or something. But it'll have Ethernet, so if you don't have Wi-Fi, but most likely you'll be using Wi-Fi. A lot of people do, and yeah. So one thing that makes this great is obviously the apps that you can run with it. I'm sure Netflix might be available with it. I know Twitch is available with it. There's gonna be like a lot of stuff. Actually, I could look for media. There's iHeartRadio, Plex Media Center, TuneIn Radio, Twitch TV, Vivo, XBMC, and yeah, there's those. I'm pretty sure there's more. I'm just looking at the Wikipedia page. Sorry, guys. I mean, it's not the most. It's kind of contradictory from what I'm seeing from other sites, but yeah. So there will be a lot of stuff coming out for it, and for $100, that's pretty good. Okay, next I wanted to talk about the emulators, because this is like the heart and the chunk of the console. So, well, excuse me. Sorry. The emulators coming out on the the Wikipedia page at least. It says there'll be a Super Nintendo emulator, N64 emulator, Commodore 64 emulators in the works. If you don't know what that is, you're just you're not like a very old gamer, I guess, or you just don't like retro games. I don't know. NES, Game Boy, Atari 2600, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo DS. Well, that's what it says on the Wikipedia page. However, on another page, like, it has many more. So, just stand by as I read you all this awesomeness. DS, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, N64, NES, SNES, Mega Drive, which is the Genesis, the Game Gear, Master System, Dreamcast, Sega Saturn. That surprised me definitely because I know the Sega Saturn was like kind of hard to emulate from what I heard. But yeah, Neo Geo Pocket, PlayStation 1, PSP, and then other ones include the Amiga 1200, Atari 2600, Commodore 64, MAME surprised me because if you don't know what MAME is, I'm pretty sure it stands for Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator, and basically you could run a ton of arcade games. MSX, Scum, I don't know what those are. It says TurboGrafx 16, but that's not highlighted to click on, so maybe it's not going to be available at launch. X86 and Lu 3D, I don't know what all that is, but you know, I mean, that's like a lot of emulators for just at launch and whatnot. I mean, and there's bound to be more coming out. So for $99, you're really getting a good chunk of it. And also, one good thing with the Ouya is you can develop games for the Ouya. That might not apply directly to you because you might not know how to develop games or whatever. But basically, what this means and why this is good for you is because it means as long as there's like some type of community for the Ouya, which will probably consist of some developers or like people who want to develop games for it, they could. It's like it's open source from what I'm seeing. It's like you could just download the tools to make a game and make a game or whatever. Obviously, it's not just that simple, but you could do it. So there will be like an everlasting like flow of games coming out pretty much if the Ouya prospers and does decently in the market, or well, and if people just choose to make games pretty much. And also everything is free to try, and then basically things can become you have to pay for it eventually. It's kind of like Androids, I guess, Android games, but that's pretty interesting. But free to try and $99. Also, I seen this YouTube comment on the video I'm gonna link below. I don't know if it's exactly true, but I'm pretty sure the console's like open so you could change stuff, and that might mean you could add more RAM or something, but and he says, I don't know why everybody's complaining. First, it's a mobile processor. That's why it's called the future of gaming, because there are more and more games on mobile. Second, the Ouya is almost free. Come on, $99 and it's almost free. Third, the Ouya is open, so you can go and unscrew it and put a new processor inside, which would be amazing. Like, if you wanted to put an even better processor inside, you want to invest more money. It's like a computer almost, but not necessarily. But the Tegra 3, like, from what I'm seeing and everything, there's really no reason to do that. I mean, if you really wanted to be like, oh my god, I want the best processor, i7, you know, in there or whatever. I mean, the Tegra 3 looks fine. Really, it looks amazing. And I don't know if it's necessarily like, I'm not sure if you could put an i7 in there or whatever, but like this console is just amazing. For $99, if you're a hardcore gamer, you love those old classic games, you want to sit back on your couch, I know you could even hook up like other controllers to it. You could hook up an Xbox controller and use it from what I seen. I think I seen people like have to get like something, but you could hook up a PS3 controller. I mean, this console is just open, and the amount of emulators and stuff, for me, it's very tempting to get, or like get for like a holiday or birthday or something, you know? It's very interesting. I mean, I guess you don't have to be super old to understand the games, but I mean, I'm 16, turning 17 this year, and to me, this is the shit, because all these games I get to kick back and lay back and play some Super Mario 64. I mean, if you want to play those old N64 games, you want the whole collection, but you don't have the money for all of them, dude, 99 bucks, dude, and you got it. You could lay back, kick it. You could even probably get a N64, if you have a classic N64, wow, that guy got pooped on. Anyways, if you have a classic N64 controller, you could get like a adapter. Just make sure you do research and make sure it's a decent like adapter to USB, and you could plug it in and you could probably just map the buttons to it. So there's just, it's like, why not get Ouya? I mean, this console is amazing. I'm gonna link you to a few videos, the Integra 3 quad core, like games and stuff, what has been shown on it. I'm going to link you to a video of iPhone Star for Hire. He reviewed this console because he has it on hand, and he says it's one of the best purchases he's made in months. So, I mean, you know, it just depends on who you are as a gamer. And also, one thing I'd like to see for the Ouya, if anybody Ouya related is watching this, I don't know why, but Doom. Oh my god, Doom. Like, Doom is playable on like most PCs, alright? So Doom, but think about this, bring in all the WADs. And if you don't know what the WADs are, basically it's like mods for Doom. I'll link you to another video. There was a Modern Warfare 2 mod for Doom, where basically the guy had, it's Clayman90, awesome YouTuber, he plays mostly PC, but he, what do you call it, he showed the Doom mod, Modern Warfare 2 mod for Doom. which is amazing. A Modern Warfare Doom mod, I mean, it looks awesome. So, yeah, I'd love to see that on the Ouya, but yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Sub for more information. I'm definitely consider getting this. And if I do get a PVR and whatnot, this could definitely lead to some maybe Let's Plays or walkthroughs. I don't know about, like, I mean, I don't know. I got to see what I could do, you know? And it all depends on what I end up making the choice. But the thing is, this console, for what you're paying, $99, and you're getting all that, and you get to sit back and lay back and like play. And I got pooped on right there, but and you're like more of a hardcore gamer, you're not all about multiplayer FPS and multiplayer games, this is an amazing console for you. I can't stress this enough. Like, people talk shit about it, like, oh, the Xbox One's gonna outsell it and stuff. Obviously it is. It's not trying to directly go into that market. I mean, it's for a start, it's $400 cheaper than the Xbox One. I mean, this thing is awesome. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and yeah, peace.